As a benzodiazepine survivor, I feel I have an obligation to warn people about the signs and symptoms of an injury that can be caused by taking a benzodiazepine regularly for any length of time. Choosing to come off of a benzodiazepine is a deeply personal issue. It's a difficult decision, and it's not one that I would wish to impose on anyone. But my intention here is to educate people, to provide people with resources that I wish I had had before becoming severely mentally and physically disabled over a period of time because of taking 2 milligrams of Ativan nightly for 3 years. The symptoms can be physical. Chronic pain is a very common symptom, especially pain in your pelvis and your lower back, fibromyalgia type pain. A lot of people are diagnosed or misdiagnosed with fibromyalgia. Back tension, muscle tension, that's so insane. I actually know people who have been misdiagnosed with multiple sclerosis when in fact they were dealing with the symptoms of a benzodiazepine injury. Chronic infections are another common symptom. UTIs, chronic BV for women. The pain gets so severe. I know some women who have had unnecessary hysterectomies. I know people who've had their gallbladders removed, their thyroids removed, only to find out that these surgeries were unnecessary and that all their symptoms were related to the benzodiazepine. You can experience chronic headaches, migraines. I could never exercise without getting a headache. You start to become fatigued. You can develop gut issues or pain, or your gut can become distended, or you're diagnosed with IBS, Crohn's, things like that. The psychological or mental symptoms can be a little more difficult to detect because a lot of them have to do with personality changes. A lot of us become hyper-focused. Some people even develop OCD while taking these medications. I know many people who got divorced while on the benzodiazepine because they didn't realize how altered their personalities had become, how hyper-focused they were on the negative attributes of their spouse or of their relationship. It wasn't until they got off of the medication and got better that they realized how skewed their thinking was and how incapable they were at the time of feeling normal emotions like love and empathy. At the same time, while being hyper-focused on some things, you can lose complete interest in other things that you would normally be passionate about. I was a pianist. I performed on the piano, and while I was taking a benzodiazepine, I never touched the piano. I just had no interest in it. That can also extend to relationships and things like that. If you develop a worsening of symptoms or the condition for which you were originally prescribed the benzodiazepine, that is a telltale sign. If you have been diagnosed, if you're on more and more medications, if you're being prescribed multiple medications for conditions that you did not have prior to taking a benzodiazepine, it's a good idea to take a look at the benzo as the potential culprit for all of these symptoms or conditions that you're currently experiencing. If you believe you've been injured in any way by benzodiazepine, I want to tell you first off, please don't ever just suddenly stop taking a benzo. I'm going to provide some links down below this video. I'm going to provide a link here that you can click on that will take you to information that will help you learn what you need if you choose to get off your benzodiazepine. It will help you learn how to develop a plan that you can take into your doctor and discuss with them. I want you to know that you're not alone. There are tens of thousands of people out there, like myself, who have been through this. We have healed from it. You can overcome this. It does get better. And I want you to know that there is hope.